Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to this latest Death Battle commentary. I am your director. It feels really good to say that, Liam.
Oh my god, it's Liam the director, everybody.
Oh my god, it's the first time. And we also have Mr. Ben, we have Mr. Chad, we have Mr. Luis.
Hello.
All of us joining in this wonderful episode. I don't know why I'm doing this voice. It's kind of Catherine Hepburn-y. But yeah.
This is your director voice.
Yeah, exactly.
This is your directorial debut.
This is the voice I would give whenever giving notes, and people would just kind of like look at me and be really weird, and yeah, it was a fun process. But yeah, here we are.
I mean, Liam, you're an actor first, so you have to find that persona that you're in for director.
I have to ham it up no matter what. It's like just a brain setting.
But
Dude,
this is
Nick
your
did
first
such
episode
a good
to
job
direct.
with this edit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
It always rocks it with the motion graphics. It's super
Why
cool.
is his alias Sexy Lexi?
I remember.
See, this is super
God.
weird. Like, whenever I jump into a commentary that somebody else has directed, or an episode that somebody else has directed, I've not always have seen the final cut.
Yeah.
Even though I'm so used to have already seen the final cut by the time we do a commentary, so I'm in like the same boat that Chad usually is, where he's like, I don't know what to expect.
This is
We'll
cool.
see.
Look at this.
And the first thing I see is Sexy Lexi.
There he is.
When was he called that?
It's in a comic book. It's in a comic book.
I think everyone who likes Lex Luthor calls him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Superman calls him that actually several times. It's a really well known. I mean, you know, in every movie. In
Anyway,
fact,
Is there a card for him stealing pies?
Oh, I don't think
God.
there is. There
Damn
might
it.
not be. I know.
It's
All
cakes, Chad.
We fucked
you
up.
stole 40 cakes.
It's cakes.
And
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's mean.
And that's
what was
terrible.
it? That's terrible.
That's
terrible. I mean, we spent a good chunk of time on that in the last
Yes,
Luthor
we did.
episode, so you didn't necessarily need to revisit it completely.
Yeah.
But Liam, what's it like directing a death battle?
Oh, it's really interesting. It's less. I mean, I wasn't sure exactly what it would be like when I was jumping into it, other than observing what the parts of the process that I was involved with you. But we were only involved together with like the writing and stuff, with most episodes. So it was getting the other side, like animation, sound, editing, which was really cool. It's less like hands-on is not the right term, but it's less like I'm having to do less. I'm mostly managing a bunch of artists kind of collaborating on this one project. And thankfully everyone like knows what to do so well that it's like people will just like do things and make them, and then I'll see them and I'll go, oh yeah, change this one thing here, or ooh, maybe this would be nice. But then that's pretty much like they got it. It's really cool. Kind of like managing a collaboration, I think is more what it's like.
Yeah. By less, do you mean it's like less than you expected to be handling?
Yeah, it's less like I'm less involved in like the micromanaging of like, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, because it's not really how the process works. Everything builds off of each other really organically. So that
I think it's easy to misconstrue the idea of a director as somebody who is micromanaging and has their hands like tweezers in every little part of the pie, right? Whereas in reality, we let these teams do their job because they're really good at what they do. Like we're talking about Nick and the editing. Nick clearly dedicated a lot of time to really like spicing up how the comic book panels are shown off, making sure that the edit moves very fast and is exciting. Like he's good at what he does. So when he sends over a cut and is like, hey, is there anything to change? Like, as a director, I would typically just be like, here's a couple things that need to change, but overall, like, you got it, man. This is so cool.
Exactly. It's like writing, for instance, is...
Was that crypto?
it might
Sorry.
it might have been crypto.
I got distracted.
Writing is like a very specific thing versus directing, which is very broad. So I think that's like the difference, is that the director's job is a very broad kind of like, I'm looking at the big picture thing, whereas the individual pieces are very specific.
It's
I'll
awesome.
just go off.
What?
Oh, that's not part of the episode. Okay,
that's
good.
not part of the episode.
Oh my god.
That was my phone.
So
JoJo.
Lex versus Doom, Liam.
Yep.
Why Lex versus Doom?
Why Lex versus Doom? This is one that I know the research team we've talked about for a while, and I've seen requested a lot. It's very much like, the most comic booky supervillains against each other. The two egomaniacs of DC and Marvel with major hate boners for, two big-time superheroes. Like more obsessive
very specific hate boners.
Yeah, very specific, very obsessive ones.
Also, it just went past, but I have to call out that one of my favorite human comic durability feats is that one where Gorilla Grodd shoots Lex out of a helicopter and then he like breaks his neck and he still lives. It's like,
I remember
it's
during the
just
process we were
insane.
like, did we mention the Gorilla Grodd shooting neck and shooting?
I don't even think that was in the original script, and we were
It
like,
wasn't.
it doesn't really matter too much to the verdict, but like, we gotta mention
it's
it,
just
right?
so
It's just
insane for
positive.
someone who's just human, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, and also, what gets me about it every time we talk about it is it's, of all people, Gorilla Grodd is shooting him. And the telepath, the brilliant mind, is like,
Just takes out a
snipe
gun.
him.
What's actually really interesting about that comic, when I read it this time and got the full story, is that Lex the rest of the comic is him talking to death, like Neil Gaiman's death, like the goth girl. And that's the rest of the comic. And I was like, oh, I thought this was just a gag thing. No, this is like a weird, like metaphysical exploration of Lex's character that starts off with a big ape shooting him and then shooting him out of a helicopter.
Oh god.
That's what I love about comics. But here we got Doom.
yes.
Here we got Victor Vaughn. Oh, I love this moment. I love this moment so much. When Nick showed me that edit, I was like, yes.
That's so cool.
The edits in these episodes are insane. It's crazy what like the editing team has been doing, especially for this season. They
Like
really
the light
ramped up
effects on lasers
Yeah,
and things
exactly.
like
It's
that.
like-
It's so dope.
To make the comics come to life, basically, it's crazy.
Yeah. Because there's so
Yeah,
many
and
some of these
comic
comic book
books-
characters are like, we rely on so many like specific feats that are only comic specific. So it's not like we can cut to like generic footage all the time. Like sometimes it's like, no, this thing happened. So having them be as animated as like a cartoon or an animated thing is really cool.
And speaking from experience, when you get a comic book character as the death metal that you're editing, it's a lot.
Yes.
It is a lot
Oh,
of work because there's so many panels, so many
Images.
pages, so many images to go through. And it's like, unlike a video where you just put it up there and it fills, 3 to 4 seconds of time by itself, you don't have that luxury with an image.
Yeah.
Like, you have to make it move. You have to make it fill out that time. It's so much more work.
And you make something look really cool, and you're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Took 4 seconds out of this 20-minute video. It's like,
It took me 2 hours to make.
Yeah.
Every time.
Thankfully, a lot of like Lex and Doom's gadgets are so expressive and cartoony that they have a lot of personality even on their own. But still, having all of this movement really, it keeps the flow going and keeps people interested. Keeps me interested. And I already know what's gonna happen.
I love Doom as a character. I learned so
I
much
do
more
too.
about him when I was doing Who Is, and I did an episode on him. And man, what a
I think
crazy,
Doom is one of the
crazy story that character has.
he's one of the best comic book characters, I think, like in terms of representing what makes the medium like interesting, which is like, you can have these really deep characters and they're also complete goofballs at the same time. So like balancing like silliness with seriousness is something I've always appreciated about some comic books, like Grant Morrison stuff.
Oh my god. I love Dummy's face here.
Yeah. He's so happy.
Just slowly
having a good
floating
old time.
away.
Mind transfer.
Oh, that's so good.
But yeah, I mean, Doom is actually the greatest hero of Marvel. It's just everyone else sucks.
Yeah.
And they're stopping him from
You gotta.
creating the perfect society. Because the Panther God looked into the infinite and the millions upon millions of
It really
futures.
puts into perspective when you say makes the perfect society, then you go, oh, I kind of get why he's the bad guy.
I mean, I know it seems fucked up, but it's the only one without like what is like misery and hate or whatever.
True. It's technically
According to
true.
Bast, like, what's she know?
Yeah.
Come on,
Panther
she looked
God.
into
She's
the
a
millions of
cat.
possible futures. Anyway.
Maybe
a
the future is
cat.
just that Doom is really nice to cats. So it's like a perfect future
Not squirrels,
for
though.
cats. Not squirrels. No, he hates them.
Yeah, it's a perfect society specifically for cats.
I love him recoiling.
Oh, I love
Squirrel
that.
girl.
Oh my god, this looks so cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all of this yet. This is so awesome.
Is that a unique feeling? Like being like, oh, right.
It is.
A death battle.
It is. I
episode.
mean, I've had that from some of Josh's episodes, right?
Yeah.
Look, there's even a
but,
little sound wave on the snap. Sound ripple.
and then the heat
love
wave
it.
here.
Love it. So we're about to get to the fight. Jumping into this, especially since both these characters have been in Death Battle before.
Yeah.
What was the process with you and Lousy, the writer of this episode, right? For
Yes.
determining how to go about the fight.
So one of the things we wanted to focus on was like showcasing all of their different weird gadgets, because that's the thing that they have most in common. So kind of having them like Uno reverse card each other at every moment, insult each other at every moment, even if the insults are really petty and kind of lame.
Yeah, because they're egomaniacs.
Exactly, and ultimately tying it into their characters. That's the thing I've been focusing on also as a writer this season, is really seeing if we can like connect their conflict really strongly to their characters, and I think that this conveys this very well.
Look what you did.
Crap, Luis.
Oh my
Look
what
at
is
this 3D background.
Oh, did you notice? You notice?
Dude,
I'm glad you noticed.
I lost my
What are we
mind
looking at, Luis?
when Luis showed this to
Yeah,
me.
so like I think this is like what you consider like when you look at this is just like what Unreal like allows us to do in
Yeah.
on a higher scale, basically. Just like if you can see Shadow Ryuko, it's a way of transition in between the Blender way that we did things and the Unreal process, and this is like more fully realized, basically.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how you animated him, the suit coming on piece by piece? In the past, he would have hopped out of that tube already in that outfit.
Yeah, he would have. But
But there's
I mean,
a reason, perhaps, that he didn't.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the great things about like just working for so long on that battle is that we have found like ways of making like things that like would be very complicated to do like a lot easier to do.
Yeah.
And we have an amazing like sprite team, and they work really hard on all these fights, and it really it seems like every single fight that we're doing this year, like every single one of them are trying to step up and like make fights like that more like exciting and impressive.
Doom
And
foot.
like it's the foot.
It's so beautiful.
One thing I wanted to mention here, because I thought this was like really a really fun fact about this fight, is that when he does the foot dive, originally Lex was supposed to like grab him and like start doing like the Hulk stomp around the left and right,
Yeah.
but Zach suggested like it would be really cool if he starts doing like a foot dive combo.
Yeah.
So
NPC style, yeah.
So he went out of his way to like research different foot dive combos and how he could like actually implement that in the fight, and it's like really cool.
No, it's
Yeah.
that you very bravo, Zach. Thank you if you're watching this.
Zach,
got the fighting
and
game
Gus
fan in
did
me.
a-
I love
Zach
it.
and Gus did a fantastic job with you working on this, and then also I believe Philip was in charge of sound design.
Yes.
making sure that foot dive felt like a foot dive. Important for sound.
He sure
Sound
did.
super important for that too.
Yep. time for the big hand. Here we go.
That thing with Zach's suggestion was really cool because it wasn't necessarily something that was like in the script, but I was like, well, he knows how to animate really well, and he has a passion for making this moment. So like let him do it. It doesn't matter if what the script necessarily said at this moment. If it works, and it's a really cool moment that I know he can deliver on.
Dude, this might be the coolest 2D fight we've ever done. This is insane. This is my first time seeing it. This is so awesome.
Yeah, we really did step up for this, and when we wrapped up this fight, like you could tell that the entire team was like let's go, let's do the next one. So super big props to all this sprite team on this. And look at that death. Oh, so good.
My God.
Perfect. That death is perfect.
I love this. I love how I remember us talking about like how the death would go, and I was like, he's handing him an L. What if he literally pins him against an L?
Oh my gosh, yeah, for sure.
It's so good.
We were like, is that...
Look, everyone saw this result coming, all right?
Not everyone. I mean, especially since like Lex has the Superman powers. Like, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I love that little plot twist in the fight.
Yes.
It's pretty great.
I remember that being something
Even though we
like,
mentioned it in the rundown, you know.
We were like, it's not really standard, but it's really cool. It's really awesome.
It's also something that he could theoretically get, even though, like, at any point, even though it would kill him within, like, a couple days, I believe.
6 months. 6 months.
6 months. That's
so
right.
It would be an eventual tie. But
I mean, so long as he got the kill first, technically he wins.
Doesn't
right?
matter, but against Doom, who can energy suck the
that image of
Beyonder.
the Beyonder is hilarious.
Because we were like, right, Lex has a mother box now. Wow, that's a big difference from 2015.
A little bit.
I love that moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think people underestimate Lex all the time. Like, the dude's got some crazy tech on his side. Like, the war suit's forged in Apocalypse and whatnot. Crazy. But, of course, he doesn't quite have magic.
Yes.
Like Mr. Doom.
And,
sorry, Doctor.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
a doctor.
Yeah, how dare you.
He has a doctorate in, being an asshole.
That was amazing, man. I'm so hyped.
Wasn't that a blast?
Awesome job, Liam. Congrats.
What's coming next?
First directorial episode.
Who's directing the next episode again? I don't remember.
Do you have no idea?
I have no idea.
Oh my God! Wait, who is directing this one? Oh, it's you!
Oh snap! Double feature.
You're back.
Fighting game. Hachigis. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's gonna be a good one. Yeah. Liam's getting 2 episodes back to back. Everybody. I mean, I think Josh got the same thing, right?
Yep. Josh did the same thing. Yep. So
this is just standard practice for Death Metal, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're gonna direct an episode, we're gonna throw you into the deep end real fast. If you can't get one, you're gonna get a second one. To try it out either way. All right, awesome.
Thanks for being
that was
first
awesome,
members.
Liam.
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Unless you're watching this on YouTube, which you could have watched it first. On Rooster Teeth as a first member, but either way, it's cool. Awesome job, Liam.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, everybody.
Awesome job, Luis. Awesome job.
Yeah.
Both of you, because you voiced characters in this episode.
Oh my God.
Awesome
Thank
job.
you. That doesn't get mentioned enough, okay? I really appreciate that.
Awesome job to Chad's vocal cords for doing the boomstick voice.
Oh, and also jump to Doom for winning.
Yes,
winning
good job, Doom, for killing a man.
And to you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Okay, we can end this now.
Goodbye.